Hello there, I'm Scotty. You're not welcome back to March of the Living Dead 3. Well, we are talking about Resident Evil, the final retcon, or chapter. Though, if you call it the final retcon, it would make sense. This movie gave me a headache within the first 5 minutes because I went, what? Huh? Wait. But I thought, huh? It's sort of a thing where when I start a movie, I'll be standing in the living room in front of the TV. Most of the time. That's what I'll do. So I'm standing there as the movie starts, and I'm just baffled by the information they give out at the beginning of this as a total and complete fucking retcon from everything else we've been told in this series. Are you ready for this? Those of you who don't know. So, this is the one I knew the least about. I knew some things. It was the final chapter. I knew people didn't like it. And I know that even though it's the final chapter, it still had an ending where it was like, because one of the complaints I heard was, yeah, it's the final chapter, but the ending still kind of makes you think there's going to be more. And yet there is. And it's so... And that most importantly, the cliffhanger from the last one was completely ignored. Not ignored, they just did not show any of it. So first of all, we gotta retcon some shit to fit the story we're telling, because somebody remembered, hey, Alice had amnesia in the first one. This is the final chapter, we gotta reveal who she really is before she got the amnesia. They sort of kind of knew that in the first one where she was working with Matt, right? Or not Matt, the other dude. Matt's sister and the other dude was a traitor. Whatever. So in a flashback story, we learn about Dr. James Marcus, the founder of the Umbrella Corporation. I thought Dr. Ashford was, but okay. He had a daughter named Alicia, who was dying of progeria. So he used the T-virus to save her, because she had this condition where she would get old. And you know, it's funny. They say by 28 she looked like an older woman, and then they as she's turning older, they zoom in to her eyes so you can't see her face. And I looked at her and I went, well, that's Mila Jovovich. Because, for one thing, they cast their own daughter to play this role, so the eyes messed up perfectly as an older version. I'm like, either that's Mila Jovovich or they aged up Ever Anderson and she looks like her mother. And that's it. So yeah, he was... Here they say that Dr. Ashford did create the T-virus, like they said in the other one, but this one they took the story that they used for Dr. Ashford and gave it to Dr. Marcus, who I hear is from the games, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Because he has a thing that leads to maybe not. I don't know. But yeah. But he is betrayed by Dr. Isaacs in this flashback. It says here that Marcus immediately orders the project terminated, all data destroyed, and forbids Ashford from ever using it again. Devastating Ashford needed to save his own daughter Angela. Okay, so we know that Angela Ashford, she survived, but then disappeared to wherever the fuck after the second film. So who knows? But they once again reminded us that Angela Ashford was a character, but she disappeared. It's like we get kids in this movie. Her, Kmart, the kid from the last one. Just by the way, no one talks about it in this. Nope. And Isaacs has Wesker killed Marcus, despite the fact that Wesker wouldn't have turned on anyone yet. If we're led to believe that the first movie takes place concurrently with the games, then Wesker doesn't turn on them till the events of the first game, which would have happened concurrently with the first movie, which was after this. But so was he bad the whole time and was planted in there? Or I thought he turned mid. I don't know. I didn't play the first game with me. Here's the bullshit. So it says here that Dr. Marcus created the Red Queen in his daughter's image, despite us being told in the second one it was after Angela Ashford. Yep. So Isaacs, after having Marcus murdered by Wesker, adopts Alicia and takes over the corporation. By the way, they showed her getting older, and then when they show her, she's once again Ever Anderson. I'm like, what? She was cured, so she back to where she was? I guess. I don't know. We don't have time for that. We get flashbacks to all the stuff from the first several films throughout this franchise, and then we cut to Alice waking up in the ruins of the White House. Yep, we find out that it was a trap the whole time. Wesker betrayed her. He never injected her with the T-virus at the end of the last one, despite the fact that he fucking dead. The Red Queen is now the good person, and Wesker is once again a bad guy. And again, I have to reiterate that after the failure of Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Paul W. S. Anderson said he was going to stick with the franchise so there wouldn't be problems like this. But he keeps doing this every fucking movie. Sorry. The perks of having a cold. So now, the Red Queen tells Alice she has 48 hours to get an antivirus, an airborne antivirus that can kill every zombie out there. But she's waiting for the last remaining humans to be wiped out. And Alice might not survive, apparently. And trying to travel, she's captured by Isaacs. And the eyes, apparently, and she's just not surprised at this point. We're like, but I killed you. And she just looks at him. It was a clone. It was a clone I killed. I was like, okay, that's not what it was in that one, but okay. Wasn't he eaten by zombies? Is that him? They got eaten? No, because that was the third one he died. Who was the one that got eaten by the zombies in the end of the second one? Losing my mind. Hold on. Resident Evil film series. Resident Evil. Nope. Apocalypse. Plot. Kane. Who the fuck is Kane? Huh? Who is Kane? Thomas Kretschmann. Oh, that guy. Yeah, I don't care. I doubt anybody does. Kane? It's gotta be Kane. So, she escapes his convoy and finally gets to Raccoon City, which has a big old fucking hole in the middle of it. And here we meet a group of survivors. Claire Redfield and everyone else. Their names are Doc, Abigail, Christian, Cobalt, Razor, and Razor. But outside of Doc, none of them are going to be important. Doc is Claire's boyfriend. By the way, there's not one sentence that says Like, oh, what? You're still alive. What happened? Oh, I swam away in water or something. No, nothing. She's just there, and it's not explained what happened to Chris, what happened to her. We're supposed to believe everybody on top of that White House but Wesker is now dead, including the little girl. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Isaac's convoy arrives with a horde of zombies behind them. They defeat the zombies and Isaac's people and retrieve the few human captors Isaac's have, but Cobalt dies in the process. Oh no! They get into the hive where Wesker is in control now. It's like complete opposite of the last one. And it's shown that he and Isaacs are both like in control of the Red Queen, though she is against all this, but yeah. We get the dogs again! Because fuck getting new stuff, we're just gonna show the same things. And then Christian is killed. Oh no! Then the Red Queen tells Alice that her program is a conflict because she's not allowed to hurt an Umbrella employee, which does connect to something later. But she also must value human life. But didn't she tell her the 48 hours was so all the rest of the humans would die before the antivirus was sent out? I don't know. She plays the video Isaacs explaining that Umbrella's executives plan to release the T-virus, cleansing the world of humanity. They may be rich and powerful, including the companies. Okay, yeah, this is where I had another headache. I'm like, they reveal that the executives of Umbrella have been stored inside the hive. Bull fucking shit. Everyone that I'm assuming they've been stored there since the initial outbreak. Yes? Everyone that was down there was infected by the T-virus. Yeah. By the way, there's a thing that says that the T-virus was released at one point, but it was contained. So I'm like, is that the initial outbreak? Are they recounting that? No, that was contained in the outbreak in the first one was the big one that attacked the globe. But you're telling me they've been down there since the whole thing? And they're not... Everyone in there was affected. And they're just fine. And then they're to rebuild the world. Yeah. And the Red Queen warns Alice that someone in her group is helping Umbrella. Well, they immediately encounter traps that kill Abigail and Razor. Oh no! So it's Doc, right? It's not Claire. But Alice and Doc plant bombs throughout the hive, which is built of stuff left by the original hive team, which wouldn't still work after 10 years, but okay. They confront the real upgraded Isaacs. I guess he's the real one. Later there's some conflict with that. And it's revealed that Doc is actually a spy. Oh no! I don't care. He's like, you didn't put your weapon... And how the reveal is so stupid. Like, they have their weapons up. And then he's like, put your weapon down. And then she's like, you didn't put your weapon down. He's like, nope. He's like, what about Claire? She'll understand. Sorry, my love. And it's like, did he really care? I don't care. The real Alicia Marcus is released, and it's Mila Jovovich in old person makeup. And it's revealed that, yes, the reason that Alice has no memories prior to waking up in the shower in the Umbrella Corporation is because she was a clone. Why force she wake up in the shower, though? That's what I want to know. What was it like? If she was just activated, because the way they explain it is that she was activated right then and there. But, like, they explained that she was a part of something before she woke up in the shower. It's oh man, again. Because it's like, oh, you don't have memories because you never had them. You were a clone. When you woke up, that was it. But no, because she was getting memory flashes of working with the one dude before, right? And if that, it's one thing if they're implanted memories. The guy is fucking there. Was he also a clone too? Maybe if you got James Purefoy to come back. I don't know the actor's name. But no, you did not. Of course, she's like, no, I can't be. No. I'm real. But it turns out the Red Queen and Alicia are not in line with what Umbrella wants. So Alicia fires Wesker, prompting the Red Queen to drop a door on him because he no longer works for them. I guess that's how it works. Couldn't Isaacs just rehire him? His legs get cut off because of this. But the dude exploded in the fourth one. And he was just but a scratch at the end. But, okay. He could have his legs cut off. But he's not dead yet. He's not dead. Then Doc tries to shoot Alice, and this is the most. I was in the living room going to get a piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. When I heard this, and I lost it. He goes to fire the gun, it doesn't work, and she goes. He looks at him like, you think I'm stupid? He's like, how did you know? She's like, you didn't die. I'm like, well, that's how I know. That's how I knew. But you didn't. Like, oh, okay, shit. Despite the fact that, remember, she has no T-virus powers anymore because the psych. The thing at the end was psych. She doesn't have T-virus powers, but no. And I guess yeah, because the Red Queen had told her that one of them was a traitor, and the fact that he was still alive meant he was a traitor. Sure. But, yeah. Then they give Wesker a dead man switch. So you go hold this, and if you let go, it'll go off. And then Alicia uploads a copy of her childhood memories to Alice. Or just uploads, not to Alice yet. And Alice and Claire, Professor Isaacs. The three of them have a fight. Of course, Alice is the one in charge. Alex overpowers him, but Alice manages to activate a grenade in his pocket. Keep in mind, he has the T-virus, the antivirus, in another pocket. But the grenade blows him up. But it only does a little on that side that seems to kill him. I think it would just hurt his hip or something, but that kills him. I don't know. She escapes to the surface with the antivirus, but Isaac reboots himself and finds her before she can release it. But before he can kill her, the Isaac's clone from the convoy arrives and kills him. Because he's like, no, I'm the real one! And he stabs him. And I just went, bullshit? Because earlier, there's a scene, it's actually one of the better scenes in this movie, where Alice walks up to this table and she looks at 3 different items and tries to figure out how she can kill Isaacs with all 3 of them. And then Isaacs walks up and looks at it and goes, don't even try using that, or that. It's like, because he's already surmised how to stop her. Yet, he's able to just get killed by his own clone. And I do believe that this was the clone that killed him. Because they can upgrade regular dudes like Wesker. Though, showing that Wesker had clones would make sense, but they never do. She releases the antivirus, which kills all the zombies around her, and she gets conked out, because supposedly it's supposed to kill her because the T-virus is in her body. And then Wesker drops the dead man switch, supposedly killing himself, but he exploded before, so I don't know. Alicia and the Hive and the hibernating elite, so they're all dead now. And it's just like, this about a flesh wound, because Claire's like, Alice, wakey, wakey. And she's like, oh, what happened? I thought I was supposed to die. And the Rickman's like, oh, I wasn't sure if that was what's I think going to happen. Turns out it just killed the T-virus cells in your body, and all the good stuff is still okay. All the healthy cells are fine. So yeah. And then we get Alicia's childhood memories uploaded to Alice somehow, which means she now remembers her childhood. And the antivirus will be carried by the winds, but it'll take years to get there, so Alice will still travel around trying to find survivors and killing zombies, just in case they want to make one more of these fucking movies, which they did, but they didn't, because this is the last one in continuity. This almost feels like a studio mandate. Like, I know you said this is the final chapter, but you have to leave it open just in case this makes money. You know, like how Mustafa Akkad had that rule you couldn't kill off Michael Myers, which pissed off Jamie Lee Curtis, but H2O and other fans of the movie franchise. But that should have been the end, but you know. You can't deny. We just had to have trick or treat, motherfucker. So, for all this bullshit. Ow! You didn't see that, but I went to throw the bottle in the garbage. It bounced off the rim of the garbage and hit me in the leg. That hurt. Really bad. Before I went to this review, I was trying to figure out which was worse. Extinction or this one. I think it may be this one. I think this one is stuck in the mud. I just think it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. It's just like you. Obviously, maybe the idea was that she was a clone of Alexandra Ashford, but then she was too young, right? Or what if she is the original Alexandra Ashford and the little girl they rescued was a clone? They could have done something with that, but like, nah, let's just not Alexandra, it's Angela Ashford, excuse me. But no, we'll create a completely new character. Even though they already established that it was Angela Ashford used as the Red Queen, wouldn't it make more sense if they say that, because they never really explained anything with the White Queen, that she disappeared after one movie anyway, but like, oh, actually, it was Alicia Marcus was used for the White Queen. Because you never found anything about that. You know? I don't know. And like, you set up that perfect cliffhanger to have a battle at the beginning of this, and you just completely... It's not like the last one where they showed it backwards. At least you saw some of it. And they didn't have those back, so but like, they deliberately did not bring back any of the other ones but Wesker and Claire. Claire is... What character should we bring back? Claire Redfield. She's a fan favorite. But she's the one that makes the least sense, because didn't she like die on there? It couldn't have been Jill or Jill. I don't know. No, it's stuck in the mud. It's just stuck in the mud. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. It's stuck in the mud. Okay. This is definitely the worst one. So, what are your thoughts on Resident Evil: The Final Retcon chapter? Leave in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm this guy, and I'll see you in the next one.